Tonight, you are exactly where you need to be. This gentle meditation is designed to help you unwind, quiet your mind, and slip into deep, restorative relaxation. As you listen, allow your body to soften, your breath to slow, and your thoughts to gently drift away so you can fully surrender to rest. Let's begin by arriving gently together, as if you were stepping into a softly lit room where the furniture understands your need for calm and the air itself agrees to carry some of your weight. Before we go further, I would truly love to know a little about your corner of the world. So please leave a friendly comment telling me where you are listening from, whether it is a quiet bedroom, a cozy couch, a break room between shifts, a dorm desk, a parked car before heading inside, or a small balcony under the night sky. Find a position that feels deeply supportive and allow yourself to settle into it without apology, because comfort is not a luxury in this moment. It is the practice itself. If you are seated, let your feet rest fully on the floor or a cushion. Let your spine lengthen as though a gentle thread were lifting the crown of your head, and let your shoulders melt as if they were made of warm wax. If you are lying down, let the back of your body meet the surface beneath you the way a shoreline meets the sea, receptive and trusting, and let your head be held as if by a cloud that has chosen you. Soften your gaze or allow your eyes to close, and let the edges of the room blur the way colors soften in watercolor when a brush meets clear water. Bring your attention to your breath, not to control it, but to greet it as a steady companion that has walked beside you through every moment of this day. Notice the breath arriving and notice the breath leaving, and recognize that this simple rhythm is enough to guide us home to ease. Take a slow, comfortable inhale through your nose for a gentle count of 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4 if that feels natural. And notice the belly soften to make space. Pause as if you were adding a comma to a kind sentence. A small moment of stillness that asks nothing of you. Exhale for a count that is just a little longer, perhaps 5 or 6, and imagine the breath flowing out like a ribbon, unwinding in perfect time. Repeat that gentle rhythm for a few cycles, and if counting begins to feel unnecessary, allow the numbers to fade, because your body remembers how to breathe without instructions and is grateful to be trusted. Invite the muscles of your face to relax, smoothing the forehead as if a warm hand were tracing away the day's creases. Soften the space between your eyebrows by a whisper's width, and let your eyelids grow pleasantly heavy, the way they do when a calm evening finds you. Let your jaw release and your tongue rest in the floor of your mouth, and notice how thoughts often relax when the jaw relaxes too. Allow your awareness to flow over your temples and into your ears, not to amplify sound, but to let each sound pass by like a cloud that does not need a name. Let that same warmth travel down the back of your neck where small, dedicated muscles have been holding your head all day, and invite them to rest with gratitude. Soften the throat like a window cracked open at dusk, and feel the breath pass smoothly, as if the air were agreeing to be extra kind. Let the shoulders melt, front and back, as if invisible straps of responsibility were slipping gently to the floor. Notice the space across the chest widen with no effort, like curtains parting to admit a harmless breeze, and sense the heart appreciate the room it is given. Allow the upper back to spread like wings that no longer need to flap, because you are carried now by something simpler than effort. Place one hand over your heart if that feels nourishing, and the other hand on your belly. And notice how these two centers greet each breath like old friends who love to meet in the middle. Let the hands rest there not as guards but as lanterns, softly guiding attention to the warmth that is already present. Inhale with curiosity, as though opening a favorite book to a familiar page, and exhale with relief, as though setting down a bag that does not need to be carried tonight. If thoughts appear like birds on a windowsill, allow them to perch without judgment, and allow them to lift again whenever they are ready, because thoughts are guests, and your breath is the home. If feelings arrive like weather moving across a wide sky, notice their shapes without arguing, because the sky does not try to control the clouds and still remains the sky. There is nothing to fix in this moment and nothing to perform, because presence itself is the practice. Breathe in a color that means ease to you, any hue that your body recognizes as soft, and see it gather in the chest like candlelight inside frosted glass. Breathe out a color that means release, and watch it spread across your shoulders, down your arms, and out through your fingertips like threads of gentleness. Let those colors blend with each cycle of breath until the whole interior of your body feels painted with sympathy. Bring attention to the belly and offer it permission to rise and fall without hiding, because a soft belly is a sign of trust and a doorway to calm. Let warmth drift into the low back where quiet stories sometimes settle, and imagine those stories loosening as knots dissolve in warm water. Invite the hips to release another fraction, like books being placed carefully on a shelf that will hold them without complaint. Allow ease to travel down both thighs like a slow stream that always knows its direction. Let the knees rest as if they have found small, perfect cushions at exactly the right height, and let the calves and shins unspool their effort inch by inch. Relax the ankles and the tops of the feet, and then relax the soles and the toes, as though they were stretching into warm sand that shapes itself kindly around them. Return to the breath and imagine we are practicing a simple rhythm called gather and release. With each inhale, gather softness into the chest, the ribs, and the belly, welcoming breath like a guest who always arrives with kindness. With each exhale, release weight from the shoulders, the back, the hips, and the legs, allowing gravity to be an ally rather than a taskmaster. Stay with gather and release for a few moments, and let the rhythm become familiar without becoming rigid, as if your body is humming a song it has always known. If your mind requests something to do, pair a phrase with your breath that feels like a blanket and not a rule. On the inhale, you might say, "I welcome calm." And on the exhale, you might say, "I let go gently." Or you can choose any words that treat you with tenderness and respect. If you prefer the sweetness of silence, let the words fade until only breathing remains, because silence is also a wise companion that asks for little and gives a great deal. Notice how the exhale lengthens by a breath or two without effort, whispering comfort to your whole system each time it leaves. Feel how your body leans into that longer exhale the way a sail leans into a friendly wind, finding direction without strain. Bring to mind a place that feels safe and simple, because simple is generous and trustworthy. You might picture a chair near a window where soft light gathers, a stretch of shoreline where the water speaks fluent hush, or a patch of shade beneath a kind tree that has always kept you company. Imagine the details lightly, and let the breath travel between you and that place on an invisible ribbon that holds without tugging. If a leftover thought taps the glass of attention, place it gently in a small paper boat of compassion and set it on a calm stream that flows toward morning. Watch the boat drift with friendly purpose, and trust that you can greet it after sunrise, when your eyes are brighter and your energy is generous again. For now, let the stream carry it without effort from you. We will try a tiny practice of 2 soft words that can accompany the breath whenever you like. On the inhale, silently say, "Here," and let that word mean I am present and I am safe to soften. On the exhale, silently say, "Now," and let that word mean I am letting the past and the future rest while this moment becomes enough. Repeat here on the inhale and now on the exhale for a few cycles, and allow the words to grow lighter until they become more like a feeling than a sound, and then more like warmth than even a feeling. When they dissolve completely, notice what remains, which is awareness itself, spacious and kind and steady. Let awareness cradle your experience like a gentle bowl that holds everything without judgment and without rearranging. Scan slowly from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet with friendliness, as if you were greeting each region by name. If you meet a place that asks for attention, breathe there with kindness, as if arriving with tea and time and no expectations. On your exhale, imagine that place softening by a small degree, because small degrees accumulate into real change. Take 3 gentle breaths to mark the close of this beginning practice. With the first breath, allow your face and throat to release anything that still feels busy, and let your attention drop into the chest like a feather choosing where to land. With the second breath, allow the shoulders and arms to become pleasantly heavy, receiving the support beneath you with gratitude that does not need words. With the third breath, allow the belly, hips, and legs to relax as though soft sand is holding their shape for you, and trust that the earth knows how to carry what you set down. If you are continuing into deeper meditation, carry forward the gentle rhythm you have discovered, and let your breath be both the path and the companion. If you are preparing to drift towards sleep, allow the glow within you to dim the way a patient sunset moves across a long summer sky, and let drowsiness arrive as a trusted friend who knows how to let themselves in without knocking. Either way, you have already chosen kindness by showing up, and that kindness will ripple outward quietly into the rest of your evening and into the day that follows. Before you drift on, I would love for you to leave that friendly comment sharing where you are listening from, because your words help weave a circle of calm from city to city and room to room, and someone reading later may feel less alone because you spoke up. If you feel inspired, add a gentle intention for how you hope to feel by the end of this practice. Perhaps rested, perhaps clear, perhaps comforted, because intention acts like a soft compass that points toward what matters most. Your presence here is not small, and your voice in the comments becomes a warm light for others who are also learning to rest. Take one more nourishing inhale as if you were gathering comfort from the air around you, and take one more easy exhale as if you were returning comfort to the world in thanks. Notice the steadiness beneath your body, the softness above your body, and the warmth within your body, and recognize how all three are cooperating in your favor. Thank your breath for its patient company, and thank yourself for practicing, because your willingness to rest is also your willingness to be gentle with everything you will meet after this moment. When you are ready, you may stay right here and continue into deeper quiet, or you may ease your eyes open as if you were greeting a beloved friend who just arrived at your door with kindness. You're doing wonderful. Let those words rest softly on your mind, like the first snowflake landing on a quiet window ledge and melting into calm. You've come so far today, through tasks and thoughts and tiny turning moments, And now you have arrived at this open, gentle space where nothing is urgent and everything is allowed to soften. Feel your body recognizing the safety here and answering with a long, easing breath that loosens the day's buttons, one after another. Your shoulders release the way a ribbon loosens from a gift, slow and untying on its own, giving the neck room to lengthen softly. Your jaw unhooks from effort, and your tongue rests easy behind your teeth, like a small boat floating in a calm harbor that knows tides will carry it where it needs to go. As you breathe in, imagine warm golden mist filling the space around you, drifting like candlelight across a quiet shelf of evening. As you breathe out, let the mist settle, and let your thoughts settle with it, like flower petals drifting to the clear surface of a pond that holds everything without struggle. The air feels kind, and it seems to hum with a promise that tonight will be gentle and unhurried and deeply restorative. It is night in our story, a friendly night humming with soft stars and slow breezes that know the path to rest. A cobblestone walkway stretches ahead, made of smooth stones that keep a memory of daytime warmth, cushioned by moss that feels like plush cloud. Each stone holds a faint pearly glow, as if the moon tucked blessings into them so you would always have soft guidance for your feet. Follow this path past an old wooden gate and a sleepy herb garden where lavender, chamomile, and lemon balm breathe their quiet perfumes into the dark. Leaves rise and fall with your breath, the night air smelling of new pages and dew, like a bookshop at dawn and a meadow after rain, woven into a single tender moment. Far-off crickets keep a slow rhythm, a measured tick like a friendly clock reminding you that time is harmless in this space and wants only to cradle you. Ahead waits a small bridge arched over a stream that glimmers like melted starlight. Water hushes against stones, sweeping away leftover chatter from the day and carrying it downstream to an ocean that polishes worries into smooth, forgettable sand. You step to the bridge's middle and lean on the rail, cool and reassuring beneath your fingers, the wood speaking in its simple way. I'm steady, I'm here, rest if you want. Across the far side, the path widens near a honey-colored lantern perched on a post. The light tilts toward you like a polite bow, as though the evening recognizes your effort and offers glow as gratitude. The air carries a hint of spice and vanilla, and when you inhale, you feel the sweetness gather at the center of your chest, bright and calm. Around a bend, a cottage appears, half hidden by roses and a trellis of ivy, each window lit with buttery warmth. From inside, a kettle sings a soft, promising note, the kind that says a cup of comfort is already on its way. The gate sighs like parchment turning when you open it, and the path becomes a living rug of moss, guiding you to the door that swings inward without hesitation. Inside, the air glows with hearth light. A chair waits by the fire with a thick knit blanket in dusk colors, faded lilac, blush gold, and soft indigo, draped across the back like a welcome. When you sit and draw the blanket around your shoulders, the chair settles and gives, pleased to be holding you, the fire whispering like silk sliding through a ring. On a low table rests a small book stamped in silver with your initial. You open it to pages that begin as blank, not empty but expansive, like a sky before first stars. Soft ink swirls up, as if fireflies are writing the kindest sentences, notes about how you cared, how you tried, how you paused when you needed to pause, how you kept going when you chose to continue. Another page turns and shows a drawing of a star path, a walkway through the night sky supported by cushions of light. Clouds above resemble folded quilts stitched with constellations you recognize, and a few new patterns that feel like promises you will happily keep. You touch the picture and feel it warm beneath your fingertips. The page becomes a door, and the ink becomes luminous air. With the blanket cloaked around your shoulders, you step through the door into the open sky. The air here is perfectly still, like the hush inside a seashell held to your ear, and the stars welcome you with a respectful quiet that steadies your heartbeat. Each step brightens a star and leaves behind a trailing glow that slowly dims, like a blessing you can trust to linger without clinging. Below, the world sleeps. Rooftops like folded hands, meadows like velvet, rivers looping silver ribbons through kindly hills. Your pace becomes the sky's pace, unhurried, unforced, a rhythm that feels native to your breath and kind to your nervous system. Up ahead, a slow-drifting cloud shaped like a friendly ship invites you to step aboard. The deck is soft beneath your feet, like an armful of feathers, and the rail is wrapped in humming vines with tiny bell blossoms. When the breeze touches them, the bells exhale little tones that vanish like dew, each note a smile for your thoughts. The cloud ship knows the route to the lake of quiet reflections, a round mirror set into the night where the moon rests her cheek upon the shore. Dream moths travel alongside, their wings patterned like moonlit leaves and gentle stories. One moth glides near, leaving a silver word in the air, soften. You breathe the word in, and every clenched place within you unfurls like a fern in first light, each spiral opening without effort. The lake appears beneath the ship, its surface so still it feels like the sky has come down to listen. You step onto a pier of moonlight and polished driftwood that greets your weight with a friendly creak, an old benevolent voice saying, "Welcome, welcome, welcome." Kneeling at the edge, you touch the water, and delicate rings carry your calm outward until it reaches the willow on the far bank. At the pier's end sits a small wooden box carved with feathers, shells, and tiny waves that seem to ripple when starlight touches them. Inside rests a soft brush and a stack of shimmering paper, made for painting worries with water so the night can dissolve them. You dip the brush into the lake, draw the shape of a heavy thought, and watch it fade as the paper dries. A sigh returning to stillness. You paint another and another, each dissolving back into the quiet. Soon the stack is mostly blank again, and you notice the inner sky has widened, the mind's horizon stretching into calm distance. What remains is a warm hum that feels like home at night when the lamps are low and everything agrees to rest. A path of seed-sized lanterns brightens along the shoreline, each lantern holding a miniature moon that blinks hello as you pass. They lead to a small boathouse with a hammock slung between two old posts, woven from silver threads and pieces of soft night. You ease into the hammock, and it holds you the way a melody holds a lullaby, promising to carry you the last gentle stretch into sleep. Above, the roof is slatted, showing a sprinkled page of stars. The hammock sways the smallest amount, almost imaginary, yet perfectly persuasive to every muscle that wonders if it can finally let go. You close your eyes, and the boathouse makes a kindness of the breeze, a cradle song for your breath. Notice the soothing rhythm of your breathing as it becomes the quiet metronome of the room. Inhale as though gathering soft light into your chest, the sort of light that understands you. Exhale as though releasing tiny paper boats of tension onto a river that knows the way to the sea. With each breath, your body becomes constellations of ease. Your feet grow warm and unburdened, your calves soften like dusk shadows, and your knees release their vigilant holding. Your thighs relax heavily, receiving the hammock's gentle support like stones finding their favorite places in a riverbed. Your hips settle and send a message upward that it is safe to be held. Your belly becomes a quiet tide, lifting and lowering, guided by a moon that lives kindly within you and keeps steady time. Your chest opens like a window to evening air, letting the night's cool kindness pour in and rinse away leftover effort. Your shoulders melt a little more, easing into the cradle of the fabric. Your arms rest like sleepy cats, content and completely at home. Your hands release old tasks and become simple hands again, wise in their stillness. Your neck lengthens comfortably, as if someone you love placed a warm palm at the base of your skull. Your cheeks smooth and your eyes nestle behind their lids, comfortable in the soft dark. Even your forehead joins the quiet, smoothing into the line a calm river draws at dusk. Outside, an owl calls once, a librarian of the night reminding the world to whisper. From far away, a waterfall answers with a silk-soft continuity, steady and reassuring, like breath expanded into landscape. Their conversation is gentle companionship, an oral quilt laid over the boathouse and tucked in at the edges. Before you notice, dream approaches like a tide crossing a shallow beach. It unfolds a meadow lit by fireflies that drift into words and sentences of kindness, tender permissions, and assurances that you are safe and whole. These glimmers thread themselves into your breath, and quiet smiles form in the simplest places. Collarbones, wrists, the soft spaces beside each eye. In the meadow, you discover a small stone shaped like a heart, not perfectly, but truthfully, the way real hearts are shaped by rivers and time. You press it to your chest, and it becomes weightless, then luminous, a tiny lamp under your sternum, guiding the little boats of your breath. The lamp glows with patient warmth, telling the body that night knows what to do and will carry the rest. If a thought arrives with urgency, see it as a small bird that is tired rather than demanding. Offer your palm, let it perch, let it settle its feathers, and feel how quickly urgency becomes drowsy when given a place to rest. When it sleeps, let your hand become a branch, allowing the bird to dream while you drift deeper into your own soft forest. Your breath and the lake find the same rhythm, two slow dancers who have always known the steps. Stars above dim their sparkle to a friendly shimmer, as if they too are drawing quilts up to their chins and closing their eyes. The moon lowers herself like a caring friend, tucking the world in, smoothing water, quieting edges, and drawing a silver curtain to make the room even cozier. Somewhere close, the cottage's chair still holds the shape of your rest like a warm memory. You remember that its door opens whenever you think of it, that its book writes on command, that its hearth understands silence as a language. For now, your only travel is the river of your breathing, and your only destination is sleep, and you are already on your way. If your mind wants a gentle counting, invite it to count lanterns along the shore, each with its miniature moon blinking a friendly greeting. If your mind prefers naming, let it name constellations of comfort, pillow star, blanket belt, the gentle triad of shoulder, breath, and heart, making a private map of calm. If your mind simply wishes to drift, let it drift like a long leaf on a patient river, turning slowly, shining softly, carried exactly where kindness intends. The hammock sways in its dependable arc, neither asking nor insisting, only offering. The boathouse breathes with the night, wood and water and starlight sharing one slow pulse. You feel the delicious moment where wakefulness unclasps its hand from this hour and places it into sleep's patient palm. All around you, small guardians of rest keep watch. The owl folds a page in the book of night and tucks her head beneath her wing, satisfied with the hush she curated. The willow at the opposite shore sighs and lets a single leaf fall, and the lake receives it so gently that the surface hardly stirs. The lanterns lower their tiny lids, dreaming in gold that glows through your closed eyes as a soft warmth. The cloud ship anchors in a harbor of silk, content to wait until morning asks for graceful movement again. Every part of the scene agrees that the most beautiful thing to do now is nothing at all. Let the story fold itself like a blanket and tuck into your heart for safekeeping, ready to unfold again whenever you want this same path back to ease. Let the quiet take the weight from your hands and trade it for softness, a fair exchange that leaves you smiling without trying. Let the room grow a little dimmer, and the breath grow a little deeper, and the mind grow a little kinder, because that is what nights like this are for. As you drift, remember that rest is not something you must earn, and calm is not a prize for perfect days. Rest is a birthright and a rhythm, and calm is a home you can return to by simply noticing the motion of your breath. The night knows you by name, and it keeps a candle in the window just for you. Wrap the blanket closer and feel how it mirrors the embrace of the world. Notice the pillow shaping itself to your comfort, the mattress remembering your favorite places to be supported, the cool of the air and the warmth beneath the covers finding a perfect truce. With every exhale, imagine a feather settling on a velvet cushion, soundless and certain that it belongs. Sleep gathers like gentle fog on a river, softening edges, blurring distance, and turning the world into watercolor. You are safe and you are cared for, and the quiet does not need anything from you except your willingness to be held. Allow yourself to float, to be cradled, to let go of the shoreline and trust the current that was made for you. And in this breath, and the next, and the next, you are allowed to rest, to drift, to sleep deeply and kindly. Now let's fly across the sleepy night sky. You do not have to try very hard, because the night understands you and will carry you with a kindness that asks for nothing in return. Imagine the bed beneath you becoming a calm cloud, supportive and steady, buoyant and warm, floating just enough to let your body release what it no longer needs to hold. Your spine unwinds like a slow ribbon, your jaw softens into quiet ease, and your eyes grow deliciously heavy as the room lowers its lights to match your breath. The gentlest lift begins in your chest, as if 1,000 friendly fireflies have gathered to make a lantern of peace that guides you toward the open night. See the window of your imagination ease open without a sound, and feel a tender breeze that smells like moonlit water and wildflowers stepping forward to greet you. The curtain breathes in time with you, expanding on your inhalation and settling on your exhalation, until you and the night are moving as one. You step through this window in your mind, already wrapped in safety, already held by the cradle of darkness that glitters with patient stars. The rooftops below look like folded hands in prayer for quiet, and far-off trees draw a soft line across the horizon like a promise that morning will come when you are ready. You rise slowly and kindly, drifting higher with no rush, as if the sky had always saved this path just for you. Every breath is a feathered wing beat, and every exhale is a gentle glide that tells your body it is finally allowed to rest. clouds appear like friendly ships, their edges silvered by moonlight, their centers warm as fresh bread, inviting you to step aboard and feel their careful sway. The first cloud you reach lowers a ramp of starlight that feels pleasantly cool under your feet, like river stones that have kept the memory of day and now share it with devotion. You step onto the deck and notice tiny bellflowers woven along the rail, and when the breeze touches them, they release a sound like secret laughter that relaxes your heart. The cloud ship drifts toward a ribbon of constellations that looks like a pathway set across heaven, each star a stepping stone of tender light placed there to welcome you. The moon keeps you company with a motherly glow, just bright enough to draw complicated lines into simpler shapes that you can understand without thinking. Far below, streams curl through meadows like sleepy silver serpents, and each curl mirrors the rhythm of your lungs as they lift and lower with unhurried confidence. Every part of this night is designed to be kind, and you notice how the air itself feels padded and supportive, as if the sky wears a quilt that was stitched with dreams of peace. You let your shoulders drop another gentle inch, and your belly softens into a tide that knows exactly when to arrive and exactly when to recede. A small warmth gathers behind your heart, spreading outward in comfortable circles that invite your whole body to settle deeper into receiving. On the horizon, a quiet arch of light beckons, like a doorway carved into twilight, and the cloud ship glides toward it with affectionate certainty. As you pass beneath the arch, delicate dream moths appear, carrying faint patterns on their wings that look like maps of forests and shores, of memories and hopes, of everything that rests within you with kindness. They settle around you without landing, a gentle aura that hums with reassurance until the hum becomes your hum and the reassurance becomes your own. You notice how thoughts that were noisy at daylight are now slow and respectful, waiting their turn like friends who understand that silence is the host of this gathering. A thought approaches with uncertain energy, and you greet it with a quiet smile, thanking it for trying to help, then pointing it toward a hammock woven between soft stars where it can rest until morning. You do not push anything away, because everything that arrives tonight is allowed to be softened and set down, like a heavy coat on a welcoming chair. The cloud ship lowers to a silver lake in the sky, a tranquil mirror that holds the moon's reflection with reverence and allows the stars to sip cool water at its edge. A pier extends from the cloud toward the lake, made of driftwood polished by centuries of gentle dreams, and the boards creak in a friendly voice that says, "Welcome without needing to be clever." You step onto the pier and feel a tender coolness rise to meet your warm feet, balancing sensation in a way that convinces every muscle to let go. At the end of the pier, a small wooden box rests beneath a willow branch that hangs like green silk, and the box lid is carved with feathers and shells and tiny tides. You open the box and find a soft brush and pages that shimmer faintly, like paper made from evening itself. You dip the brush into the lake and paint a worry with water, just enough to name it gently. And then you watch the wet line fade as the page dries back into peace. You paint another thought that felt heavy, and the paper returns it to quiet, as if the lake could translate burdens into softness and then into nothing at all. You continue with patience and tenderness, painting and fading, naming and releasing, until the pages feel clean again and your inner sky is wide and clear. A pleasant emptiness appears, not the emptiness of absence, but the emptiness of spaciousness, like a room that is ready for morning light and fresh flowers. A path of lanterns illuminates along the shoreline, each lantern holding a palm-sized moon that blinks hello like a friendly eye. They guide you to a small boathouse that floats on the lake as a restful idea made visible, with a hammock slung between two beams and a patchwork roof that shows constellations through tiny windows. You ease yourself into the hammock and feel how it understands the language of your body immediately, shaping itself to support every curve that asks for help. The boathouse rocks with a motion so gentle that it feels like a memory from infancy, a rhythm that existed before words and still knows how to soothe without instruction. Your breath follows that rhythm instinctively, inhaling as the boathouse lifts and exhaling as it settles, until the motion and your breathing become a single tender conversation. The night outside continues its quiet work of guarding your rest, with crickets practicing a slow lullaby and an owl turning a page in the book of darkness. In this safe and easy cradle, bring your attention to your feet and let them grow pleasantly warm, as if a small hearth lived inside each soul and wished you good dreams. Let your ankles unlace their efforts and your calves melt like dusk shadows that lengthen into comfort, not into obligation. Allow your knees to forgive the day for asking them to carry plans and steps, and let your thighs become heavy with permission to be done for now. Invite your hips to settle as river stones settle in clear water, not with force, but with a patient return to the perfect place. Let your belly become a quiet tide, guided by a gentle moon that lives within you, lifting with kindness and lowering with trust. Feel your ribs expand like windows that open easily to the evening air, and let your chest widen to receive the welcoming night. Your shoulders slide down and outward, spreading into the hammock like streams finding restful deltas after a long and meaningful journey. Your arms grow heavy in the most delicious way, friendly and warm, like sleepy cats curling into the shape of contentment. Your hands release the invisible tasks they often hold, returning to the simple wisdom of being hands that know how to rest without apology. Notice the back of your neck lengthen subtly, as if a kind palm were resting there and reminding your head that it does not need to hold the sky all by itself. Let your jaw loosen further, and let your tongue float like a leaf in a gentle pond, safe and supported by the waters of night. Feel your cheeks smooth and your eyelids nestle into place, and let your brow soften into the line a calm river draws at sunset. Somewhere near, a waterfall sings with the softness of silk slipping through a ring, steady and patient. A perfect metronome for dreams. Somewhere far, a breeze turns the pages of pine trees, creating a hush that sounds like grateful gratitude for the gift of rest. All the sounds agree to be gentle companions who never ask questions and never hurry your descent into deeper ease. As your body settles, your inner landscape blooms with images that arrive the way fireflies arrive, little glows that mean more than they say. A meadow forms beneath a sky of velvet indigo, and in this meadow the flowers open only at night, offering petaled cups to catch the pearly dew of sweet dreams. You wander this meadow without moving a muscle, drifting along paths that are made of fragrance and memory and soft light. Each step along these paths feels like an exhale that reaches all the way to your ankles and asks the day to sleep, and the day agrees to sleep because the night is trustworthy. A gentle companion appears beside you, maybe a fox woven from moonlight or a small bird with starlight in its eyes, and it walks with you the way friends walk when words are unnecessary. Together you pause beside a pool where the sky looks down at itself and smiles, because even the sky knows it deserves rest and a kind reflection. From the pool's edge, you gather a handful of quiet and press it to your heart. And the quiet stretches outward like a blanket that was waiting in a cedar chest just for this moment. You breathe, and the blanket breathes, and the world breathes, and all three breaths align into a blessing that says, continue to let go. A warmth begins at the center of your chest and moves outward to your shoulders and down to your hands, and then travel further to your belly and hips, and finally to your legs and feet, so that all of you is held evenly and calm. You glance upward, and the constellations look like kindly stories told in a language you remember from childhood nights, when promises were kept and lullabies were sung. A new constellation appears just for you, shaped like a hammock and a moon and a little boat. A picture that says you are carried in every way that matters. You close your eyes within the dream and feel the same soft sway that cradles your physical body, and the two sways become one persistent lullaby. If any leftover thought knocks at the door of your mind, you answer with a slow breath that says thank you and good night, and you leave a small lantern on the porch of awareness so the thought knows it can find its way back tomorrow. You do not need to fix anything because the night is already fixing the only thing that needs fixing, which is the belief that rest must be earned. Rest is a right, and it is a rhythm, and it is returning to you now like a tide that never forgets the shore it loves. The meadow gradually folds itself back into starlight, and the boathouse returns, rocking in its faithful pattern, and the hammock holds you as if it has known you for years. Lanterns along the lake dim to a syrupy glow that tastes like honey to the heart, and the willow lowers one more ribbon of green to brush the water with a kiss. The moon lowers her face toward the horizon, not to leave you, but to draw a softer curtain across the room so your dreams can deepen without interruption. Every part of you is now a chamber in the cathedral of quiet, and each chamber echoes with slow gratitude that needs no words to be felt. The breath continues its gentle task of washing your body in calm, flowing in to gather ease and flowing out to share that ease with the spaces around you. Your heartbeat relaxes into a pace that feels like a hand being held, steady and known and comfortingly familiar. A final sequence of release moves through you like warm light pouring down a staircase step by step, pausing at the forehead, pausing at the eyes, pausing at the jaw, pausing at the throat, pausing at the heart, pausing at the belly, and continuing downward to the hips, the thighs, the knees, the calves, the ankles, and the feet. Each pause says you have done enough for today, and each step says it will be even easier to do less now, because that is what true rest invites. You arrive at stillness the way a feather arrives at a cushion, with certainty and silence and a perfect sense of belonging. Let this stillness hold you like a quiet library holds its stories, knowing that everything important can wait until morning, and everything unimportant can dissolve into the sweetness of night. You are safe in this softness, and you are treasured by this darkness, and you are accompanied by an unseen choir of simple mercies. Your dreams will continue the care that has already started, bathing every cell in the message that you may let go and drift and be loved by the quiet. As you sink deeper, feel how the mattress welcomes you again, like a familiar shoreline that gladly receives the returning tide of your body. Feel how the pillow shapes itself to your ease, and how the blankets learn your favorite contours and promise to keep them warm. Feel how the room listens to your breath and agrees that the only task of this hour is the simplest task of all, which is to rest. There is nothing left to chase, and there is nothing left to prove, and there is nothing left to do except to be gently carried. Allow your awareness to float like a small boat on a moonlit river that knows the right bend to take, and the right eddy to pause in, and the right shore to approach at dawn. Trust that each breath is a soft oar stroke, and each exhale is a peaceful glide. and the river does not require effort to move you kindly forward. The night sings without words, and you understand every note as if it were a lullaby written precisely for your nervous system. The song cradles you from crown to soles and back again, a loop of care that continues on its own, even as you drift away from it into deeper quiet. Sleep arrives not like a door slamming, but like a veil being lowered by caring hands, airy and silken and filled with friendly darkness. In this breath, and the next breath, and the next, you remain a traveler on the kindest road, guided by stars that know your name and clouds that remember your favorite pace. You float, and you sink, and you hover, and you settle, and all of it is perfectly okay, because the body knows the choreography of rest without needing any instructions. Let the choreography carry you now, deeper and deeper, until the world becomes a soft blur of safety and warmth and promise. And as your dreams gather you fully, keep the doorway to this sky path tucked inside your heart, ready to open any night you wish to travel without moving. Know that calm will always remember the way back to you, even if you forget for a while, because calm is faithful and patient and entirely on your side. Know that morning will arrive gently when you are ready, with light that peeks like a friend around the corner, but not before you have taken all the rest you desire. Float now, safe and completely welcome, across this sleepy night sky that holds you like family and sings to you like home. Let the hammock of darkness sway you. Let the silver lake of dreams reflect you. And let the cloud ship of breath ferry you to the quietest harbor. That ends tonight's journey, but you're welcome to stay a bit longer.